Frost. 12. Unedited. 7 years ago someone looked me in the eyes and told me that a man's village people are not your people. She was married and going through hell and I wanted to sympathize with her, but in my heart of hearts I believed she was exaggerating because of what she was going through in that moment, and at no point did I think that almost a decade later those words would bite me in the ass with no remorse. I look at Ginger, who is chewing on an apple as though she hasn't just dropped a bomb on my head. I really don't understand her. She is a woman and she must of course see that her brother is either having an affair with Thyme or they are flirting. How in God's name is she okay with it knowing he is married? And how is she stomaching telling me all this with a straight face? Composing myself, I pretend like I haven't heard anything she has said and continue cooking my heart out. What do you think I should do about this all Malangani situation? How about you invite him for the Samphia trip? You won't have a date, yes. How did I not think of it? God knows I appreciate you, sis. She says excitedly, removing her phone. Let me call him right now and tell him about it. I don't want him making an excuse about work or who will remain with Declan. He should have enough time to prepare. I note the tone in her voice when she mentions Declan. She is not a fan of the little boy and maybe just putting up with him because of his father, but it isn't any of my business and I would rather not get into it. She calls him and when he picks up she puts the phone on speaker. Hey you, she says in a flirty tone. Good evening, Ginger. How are you? I am okay, thank you. How is the evening going? It is okay, thank you. Okay, listen. I know last time we didn't leave off on a good note, but I want us to try it out one last time. Okay. So my brother is going this trip and I am coming along. I want you to be my +1. Okay, and where is this trip going to be? Samphia. Alright, sure. Have a good night. You too, Ginger. She screams her lungs out when she drops the line. I am shocked that he has accepted that easily to join them, but then again he might actually like her and both of them are single, so why not try it out? Ginger doesn't stay for dinner. She is so excited about the trip and has left saying she has gone home to start packing, which I find funny because the trip is 6 days away and yet the excitement is just out of this world. I am no longer hungry, so I decide to serve Dainty his meal whilst I take a bath and prepare myself for bed. I am so tired emotionally I decide not to do any work this evening. When he comes to bed almost 2 hours later I am deep in sleep, but then his cold hands around my body are what wake me up. I didn't wake you up, did I? You did. I say, trying to keep my eyes closed, but he is just so cold it's hard to continue sleeping. I miss you, he says, kissing my back. I sigh. I didn't plan for this tonight. Honestly, I just want to sleep. So much, he says, moving towards my ears. Dainty, I am tired. Can I please sleep? Babe. I am tired. He sighs in frustration. May we haven't had sex in close to 2 weeks. Should I now start making appointments to sleep with my own wife? I am just tired, that is it. You don't have to say all those things. You are always tired. You don't even have time for me anymore. I am trying to keep it together, but he is really pushing me. I will make it up to you. I say, avoiding saying all the things in my head. I would rather have a peaceful night than fight him. May, really, he says, standing up. He switches on the light and wraps himself in his robe, then fixes his eyes on me. I touch my phone to check the time. It's a few minutes to midnight. Dainty, it's late. Can we please rest? You know what? I am tired of you acting like we are okay when we are not. I am tired of you putting up this face to the world that we are a perfect couple when in actual sense we are broken. He pauses. What happened to us? What happened to the fire? What happened to the flames that we once had? You and I promised to have a loving and fun life. An open policy life, and we did so well until at some point you just closed yourself up. Not once do I drop my eyes from him. You cheated me in this whole marriage thing, May. You cheated me. You were fun and outgoing when I met you. You showed me a side of you that I fell deeply in love with but then changed all of a sudden. You cheated me. He repeats, starting his eyes as though pushing back the tears. When I don't respond, he walks out of the room, leaving me to the silence. ... Your friend and author, Winnie. Hibiscus.